Well, good evening and welcome to the Wausau East Gym and high school boys basketball on this Friday night in the Wisconsin Valley Conference. I'm Tom King. Logan Sorensen is my producer and engineer tonight. And tonight the DC Everest Evergreens will be looking to clinch a share of the conference championship if they can get a win here tonight. Stevens Point took care of their business last night, beating Wisconsin Rapids. And if Everest wins here tonight, they would clinch at least a share of the conference title with their game against Stevens Point looming next Thursday. The Lumberjacks coming in trying to play spoiler here tonight. Everest with a record of 7-1 in the Valley, 20-2 overall, putting together a wonderful season under Coach Jake Shallow. They beat Mosinee earlier this week, 84-78. They've won 17 games in a row. Their last loss was back on December 19th against Marshfield. The Lumberjacks 2-5 in the conference, 5-16 overall. This week they beat Lakeland on Tuesday 87-60 and lost to Marshfield 80-69. Our pregame show is brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, and also Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. We'll take a break, come back with the national anthem, get the starting lineups, and get set to go here tonight. Boys basketball on the way here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Cooperation and respect for both teams. Now, if you please stand at the table, remove your hats as we honor our country and flag with the singing of our national anthem, presented by Alyssa Stanky.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First of all, for the visitors from DC Everest, it'll be junior Luke Honor, junior Ransom Dickerson, senior Xavier Edwards, senior Cade Felch, and junior Vander Truax for head coach Jake Shallow. For the Lumberjacks, 6'1 senior Miles Casey, 6'8 senior Robbie Angeli, 6'7 senior Tayshawn Williams, 6'1 junior Xander Klein, and 6'4 sophomore Connor Lemoran for head coach Dan Garrett. Lumberjacks have 2 games remaining in the regular season. They'll host Fox Valley Lutheran on Monday and play at Marshfield next Thursday. The only other Valley game on the schedule tonight is Wausau West at Marshfield. Stevens Point beat Wisconsin Rapids last night. The pairings will be set this Sunday for the boys tournament. DC Everest will be in a Division I sectional with Appleton East, Appleton North, Appleton West, Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North, and Holman. The Lumberjacks in Division 2 will be in a sectional with Anago, Lakeland, Medford, Menominee, Merrill, New Richmond, Rhinelander, Rice Lake, and River Falls. Our pregame show brought to you tonight by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair service and tires for 22 years with a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select, Schofield Avenue in Weston, and also Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. East is in their whites, as you can see. The Evergreens in black. Their trees uniforms. It'll be Vander Truax jumping it up against Tayshawn Williams here. And East will have the first possession. Ball comes off to Miles Casey. And Julie feeds it underneath, reverse blocked. And Everest comes away with it. Klein tried to do a little reversal under the basket, and one of the Evergreens got a piece of that. In the paint, Honor now kicks it back outside. Edwards has it. Honor's going to drive into the paint, spins, tries to go over Lemerand, missed the shot. Lemerand comes away with the rebound. Good defense by Connor Lemerand right there. Lumberjacks back the other way. We're going to get a traveling violation on Miles Casey. Took a stutter step as he couldn't decide if he was going to shoot the three or not. And Everest will get the ball back. First turnover of the game goes against East. Edwards gives it off to Felch. Pass to the corner. That's Dickerson. Back outside to Edwards. He wants to drive to the basket. Shot put up and in. Tough shot. Edwards used glass, got the hoop. Everest with the first hoop of the game. They lead it 2-0. And Julie outside the arc. Gives it off to Lemerand. They swing it to Klein. Lemerand trying to set a pick. Williams. East around the perimeter with it. Casey's going to shoot a three. That's off the mark. No good. Rebound, though, Casey. His shot blocked. Gets his own rebound. And they'll reset. Long three ball for Klein. He got it. Xander Klein knocks down a three. Lumberjacks have the lead, 3-2. That's a good two and a half steps behind the line for that one. He's setting up a half-court trap here. Everest breaks it over the top to Honor. Shot put up and in. They broke it nicely that time. Luke Honor got the hoop. 4-3 Everest. Front court, Angeli. Williams, mid-post, outside to Casey. And Julie will look, put it on the floor, spins, and we're going to get a foul called. Non-shooting foul, I think, on Kate Felch. Actually, they get Felch. No, it looks like they're going to give the foul to Xavier Edwards. And Julie's open, is going to shoot a three, and they're going to get an illegal screen first. The shot was good, but it's wiped out by the foul off the ball. It's going to go against Tayshawn Williams, and Everest will have it. Lumberjacks putting some full court pressure on the ball now. Honor, double team, gets rid of it to Edwards. They're still in the back court with it. Felch will get it across. Honor's got it. Edwards wants to operate, goes to the hoop again, high off the glass, up and in. Xavier Edwards just too quick for the Lumberjack defense so far, and Everest leads at 6-3. And Julie puts it on the floor, goes baseline. Good defense. He's pushed now. He feeds it to Lemerand. He'll get a layup. Connor Lemerand gets the hoop on the feed from Robbie and Julie, and it's 6-5. Everest back the other way. Edwards is going to shoot a three, and he buries it. Xavier Edwards with 7 quick points here. Everest leading 9-5. Casey looks for a pick and roll. They get it to Williams. He's going to back down on her. No, he's going to kick it outside. And Julie's going to drive. Leans in. Tough shot off the rim. No good. Everest back the other way. Honor's got it. Feeds it inside to the basket. Got Williams up in the air. What are we going to get? Traveling violation. Good defense by Tayshawn Williams. Forces the traveling call against Truax. First turnover of the game on the Evergreens. Xander Klein, front court for the Lumberjacks. Gives it off to Anjuli. Lemoran looks inside, nothing there. Klein's going to step back, shoot a three. Little long, no good. Everest had the rebound, but going out of bounds. They're going to give it to the Evergreens. Clearly looked like Everest touched that ball last. Instead, East will touch it, and Everest will have the basketball. 9-5, Evergreens by 4. Full court pressure applied by the Lumberjacks. They get it in the hands of Edwards. Now he gives it off to Felch. Quickly ahead, Honor to the wing. Felch down on the baseline, feed a cutter inside. Jump stop, shot blocked. Williams got a piece of that one on the shot by Dickerson. Lumberjacks don't lead in a lot of categories, but they do in block shots. Here's a three ball by Williams. That's an air ball. Everest quickly back the other way. Now they'll slow things down. Cade Felch, leading scorer for the Evergreens, hasn't taken a shot yet tonight. Edwards. Now the ball knocked away, and we're going to get a whistle off the ball, and we're going to get a foul against East, it looks like. Well, Lumberjacks ran over one of the Evergreens who was setting a screen. They got Tayshawn Williams, and that's 2 quick fouls on him, and he's going to have to take an early seat. Ethan Lobnow is going to get an early call off the bench here. Our game brought to you in part by Foundation Finance. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start on day one. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. Edwards looking to get it in. He's going to have to hurry. He gets it into Honor. Honor backing it out. Wants to operate now to the wing. Felch catch and shoot. 3, got it. Cade Felch knocks down a three-pointer. Evergreen shooting well, 5 out of 7 so far from the field. They lead at 12-5. Klein with it, left wing. They had Lemoran in a pick and roll, didn't get him the basketball. Casey's got it now. And Julie right wing. Faces up, wants to put it on the floor, now kicks it to Lemoran, top of the key. Casey comes out to get it. Now they find Lemoran underneath, puts it up, rims off, no good. The Evergreens save it. Back the other way. Baseline. That's Truax. He gives it off to Edwards. Skip pass cross court. Now back out on top. Felch is going to launch another long three, and he drains another one. Cade Felch. 2 shots, 2 threes, 2 makes, 15-5. Everest by 10. This is a tough matchup for East here tonight. Everest is really, really talented, and they have basically knocked down everybody. Angeli's going to drive, and he's going to get fouled. I think they got Truax. For East, it's been hot and cold, mostly cold. Sometimes they'll have a game like they did against Lakeland the other night where they dominate, but then other times they struggle and sometimes get blown out. First substitution, Lemoran is going to take a breather. Cooper Schmidt comes in the game for East. And Julie's got it in the paint. Now has to do something with it. Going to get a 3-second call pretty soon. He finally gets out of there. Lobno with it. Hands it off to Klein, and now they're going to get a timeout called by East. We'll take one as well. 12:30 to play first half. Everest by 10, 15-5. Back in a moment. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Tom King back here at the East Gym. Lumberjacks just 2 out of 9 from the field to start, while Everest is 6 out of 8, including 3 threes. Edwards has 1, Felch has 2. Lumberjacks inbounded. Schmidt gives it off to Klein. Double team comes, and Julie in the corner is going to launch a 3. That's too hard, no good. Long rebound comes away to East. Drive to the basket, Klein to the wing. Schmidt's going to launch a three, and he got it. Cooper Schmidt knocks down a three-pointer. 15-8. Back the other way in transition. Evergreen's shot partially blocked, but a nice feed inside, and they will get a layup on that. Finishing was Dickerson. Lumberjacks back the other way, 17-8. Everest and Julie outside the arc, wants to put it on the floor. Double team comes. He's got to get rid of it. Now back outside. Lopnow's got it. Casey thought about the three. Gets a screen, pulls up, shoots from the elbow, and hits. Miles Casey knocks down a two-pointer from the right elbow. 17-10. Long pass ahead to the basket. Now feeding a cutter. And now we're going to get a traveling violation. Lopnow forced to travel from Truax. Second turnover on the Evergreens, and East will get it back here. Our game brought to you by Scherer Construction with an office right here in Wausau. Scherer Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin. Check out their beautiful work at SchererConstruction.com. Drive to the basket. Schmidt puts it up with the right hand and got it to go. Cooper Schmidt with 5 early points here for the Lumberjacks at 17-12 Everest. Cade Felch gives it off to Edwards. Sam Dassow in the game for the Evergreens. Edwards to the basket again. They're going to call a foul on the floor before the shot. Edwards once again using his explosive quickness to get free. So they'll call a foul before the shot. Foul was called on Xander Klein, his first. Everest will inbound it here. Klein's going to come out. And Eli Hainish will get the early call. To the wing, 3-ball launched. A little hard, no good. Long rebound's going to go out of bounds. It'll be East basketball on the miss by Dassow. East will have it. Our game brought to you by Design Theory 19. Your home is the heart of your best moments. Make it uniquely yours with Design Theory 19. Visit them in downtown Wausau or online at designtheory19.com. Design Theory 19, where dreams become design. We have not shot a free throw in this game yet. Now that I've jinxed that, I'm sure someone will get to the line very quickly. Schmidt on the drive, and now he's going to travel with the basketball. Third turnover of the game on the Lumberjacks. Everest will get it back. Will Hopper on the floor for the Evergreens. Honors got it. Gives it off to Hopper. Edwards comes to get it between the circles. He wants to operate on Schmidt. Goes right around him. Feeds a cutter on the baseline. Shot put up and in by Dassow. Lumberjacks have not been able to slow down Xavier Edwards on drives to the basket. That time he dished and Dassow got the hoop. Here's a drive to the hoop by Schmidt. Feeds a cutter inside. Angeli, it's knocked away. It'll be East basketball with 10:18 to play. Everest leading by 7, 19-12. They get it in, and Julie on the dribble, crosses over, goes baseline, off the glass, missed the shot. Everest with the rebound. Robbie, the leading scorer on the Lumberjacks, 0 for 3 so far in the early going. Edwards wants to drive again, right around. Hainish lays it up and in. They got to do something about Edwards because East can't guard him right now. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Buy 3 and get 1 free is back at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $100 back on a select set of 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card through February 27 at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
At Nicolet Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at NicoletBank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Tom King back here at the East Gym. Our game brought to you in part by Rotographic Printing. When it comes to printing materials, sales and marketing tools, and company supplies, Wausau turns to Rotographic Printing. Find just what you need to help your business stand out with Rotographic Printing on 80th Avenue in Weston. East will have the basketball out of the timeout. And it'll be Cooper Schmidt bringing it ahead. And Julie outside the arc. Hands it off to Casey. Good defense there by Honor, keeping Casey from driving into the paint. He backs it out near center court. Now he's going to drive to the basket. Now feeds it back outside. Schmidt for three. That's off the mark. No good. Hainish tried to keep the rebound alive. He does. Puts it up. No, but a foul, and Eli Hainish will go to the free throw line. Eli Hainish heading to the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. First free throw is up and in. They haven't put up that foul on the board yet as to who that foul was on. Second free throw for Hainish is up and in. He got both of them. Dickerson back on the floor. Now Everest quickly the other way. Honor puts it up and in. They're going to call goaltending on Ann Julie. Somehow Honor got free behind the defense, gets the hoop. It went in anyway, but they call the goaltend. Casey, Hainish looking for a cutter. Now Edwards gets the steal, picked his pocket clean. Edwards going to attack. No, he kicks it to the wing. Felch steps back, shoots a three, and drains another one. Cade Felch 3 for 3 from three-point range. I don't think any of the shots touched the rim. Nothing but net 3 times in a row for Cade Felch. He's got 9. Bounce pass inside, and Julie to the basket. Yes, and a foul. That was a nice little bounce pass from Casey that time, and Julie gets his first basket of the night, and he'll go to the Serve Pro free throw line with an and one. Foul was called on Luke Honor. That's his first. Free throw is short. Everest with the rebound. Edwards front court to the wing to Honor. Edwards gets it back. He wants to operate. Now he hands it off. Felch is going to launch another long three. That one's finally off the mark. He finally missed one. Rebound knocked away, but Everest comes away with it. To the basket. Edwards again tried to dunk, missed it. And East with the rebound. Hainish gives it back out to Anjuli, and now it's Klein who will settle things down for the Lumberjacks. Bounce pass down low, and Julie backing in on Honor, turns off the glass, no, and the rebound kept alive. Everest with it, and Julie's going to get a slap foul from behind. That was not a smart foul on Anjuli there, but it's just his first non-shooting foul. Mick Thomas is going to check into the game for East, and Julie's going to take a breather here. East is going to go small, although Lemerand's coming back in too, so it's going to be Thomas and Hainish, Lemerand, Klein, and Casey on the floor for East. Everest basketball. Edwards on the dribble here for the Evergreens. They get it to Felch. Casey's out on him. Edwards crosses over to the basket hard, puts it up and in. Xavier Edwards having a night here. He's got 11, 28-16. Casey puts it on the floor, now backs it out. Lemerand top of the key. Hainish is going to launch from way downtown and knocked it down. Wow, that was a good 3 steps behind the line for Eli Hainish. He's got 5, and it's 28-19. Cade Felch and Edwards play catch in the backcourt. Now they'll get it across the timeline. Edwards gets a screen. Double team comes. They get it off to Honor. Honor's going to drive on Hainish to the basket. No, but a foul. And Luke Honor will head to the Serve Pro free throw line. Our game also brought to you in part today by JAS Builders. You know JAS Construction for our reliability, quality, and professionalism. They've added shower doors and glass to their services. JAS shower doors and glass offer accurate measurements, clean installations, as well as fair and competitive pricing. If you need a new shower door or ready to ditch the curtain, Give them a call at 715-675-0848 for a quote. Free throws are up and in for Honor. 29-19, 10-point advantage for the Evergreens. Hanish has it left wing. Out on top to Xander Klein. Thomas has it now wearing that face guard. Here's a long three for Lemoran, and he rattles it home. Connor Lemoran knocking down a long three. 29-22 Evergreens. Honor front court. Double team comes. He's able to get rid of it. Down the lane, Felch, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Taking the charge for East was Xander Klein, and Cade Felch will get the offensive foul, and that's going to be his second. No, it's first. First foul on Felch. Klein took the charge. East will have the basketball. Edwards comes back in after a short rest for Everest. Casey front court to Hanish. Lemoran between the circles. Klein to Casey, thought about the three, didn't take it. Hanish backs it out, wants to operate on the dribble. Picked up his dribble now, gives it to Thomas. 6:22 to play in the half. Klein with it. Spins away from a double team, had it knocked away. Fifth turnover on the Lumberjacks. Everest back the other way. Edwards has it. Drive to the basket by Felch. It gets stripped. Saved, though, from going out of bounds. And up and in for Dickerson. 31-22 Everest. Lemoran top of the key. To the wing to Casey. He's going to launch a three. That's too far. That's an air ball. And Everest with it. Lumberjacks had cut it to 7. Now it's back to 9 again, and now we're going to get a reach-in foul out on top on Miles Casey. That's his first, still a non-shooting foul with 5:40 to play here in the first half. France Propane is one of our great sponsors, locally owned, complete service propane company. They've served all of central Wisconsin for over 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. Drive to the basket, spin move, tied up. That should be a jump ball. Yeah, it's going to be a jump ball. Lemoran tying up Vander Truax. Everest will keep it on the possession arrow. And Xavier Edwards will inbound it. Bounce pass inside. Shot put up, no, but a foul. Lemoran had to foul Dickerson to keep him from getting a layup there. It's going to be the first foul on Connor Lemoran, and 2 shots coming for Dickerson at the Serve Pro free throw line. Everest 7-1 in the conference, Point 7-2 after their win last night, and Everest and Spash will play next Thursday at the Everest Fieldhouse. First free throw for Dickerson is up and in. It's 32-22, 10-point lead now, and Julie's going to check back into the game for Connor Lemoran. Everest can clinch at least a share of the Valley Championship with a win here tonight, giving them 8 conference wins on the year. Second free throw is up and in for Dickerson. He's got 6. 33-22, East front court. Thomas wanted to go baseline. Now he feeds it inside to Klein. They'll get a layup. Mick Thomas walked the tightrope along the baseline and found Klein for a layup. 33-24. He's trying to set up a trap, but Felch gets it into the front court. Felch gives it off. Dickerson's going to put it on the floor. Goes right around Hanish. Shot put up and in. Ransom Dickerson gets the hoop. He's got 8. Thomas is going to drive to the basket. Hangs in the air. No. Rebound. Klein goes back up. Nope. And Everest with the rebound. Lumberjacks wanted a foul there. They didn't get it. Edwards has it for the Evergreens in the front court. To the wing. Catch and shoot. Long three. Up and in. Dickerson all of a sudden warming up here for the Evergreens. Knocks it on a 3. It's 38-24. Everest building a bigger advantage here. Now feed inside to Anjuli. Goes off his leg, and they're going to say Everest basketball. 6th turnover on the Lumberjacks with 4:23 to play here in the first half. Now, if you're East, you just want to try to get the deficit down to single digits by halftime if you can and not let Everest run away with this thing here in the first half. Edwards with it's going to slow things down as he brings it up. Now he's going to give it off to Felch. They're still in the back court. Now Felch will hurry it across. He's going to attack the basket. Feed it to Truex. Shot put up. No. And East with the rebound. And Julie comes away with it. Gives it off to Casey. Back the other way. Thomas. And Julie puts it on the floor to the basket. Puts it up. No, but a foul, and he'll go to the line. I think they got Dickerson that time on the drive by Robbie and Julie. First foul on Ransom Dickerson. And Julie at the Serve Pro free throw line for a pair here. First one is up and in. And Julie coming into the game averaging 15.5 points a game. He's got 3 so far. Second one's on the way. You got them both. 38-26. Honor back in the game, front court to Edwards. Xavier Edwards drives to the basket. Shot blocked from behind, but it went up anyway. Xavier Edwards showing his strength and quickness there as he got through the blocked shot and put it off the glass and in. Casey to Hanish. She's going to launch a 3. Off the rim, no good. Everest with the rebound. Edwards is going to hurry front court. Gives it off to Felch. Once again to Truex on the baseline, and he got the dunk and hung on the rim. They're going to wave off the basket because he hung on the rim. They'll wave that off. Hung on the basket while the ball had not gone through yet. That's probably the reason why. And it will be East basketball with 3:20 to play in the half. Everest leading 40-26. Klein picked up nicely by Felch. Kicks it back outside. And Julie on the dribble hands it off to Casey. Mick Thomas. Now an overplay near steal for Felch. Goes out of bounds. It will remain East basketball. They get it into Thomas. Thomas pulls up, shoots just inside the free throw line and knocks it down. Mick Thomas with his first bucket of the night, 40-28. Everest back the other way. They are shooting an incredibly high percentage here in the first half. We'll take a look at that number at halftime. Edwards spins to the basket. No, but a foul before the shot, I think. Once again, Edwards spins away from a double team, and it's going to be bonus situation. Xander Klein picks up his second foul, and it'll be Xavier Edwards at the Serve Pro free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1 here. First one's up and in. Big first half for Xavier Edwards. He gets them both. 42-28, Evergreens. Mick Thomas front court, crosses over the dribble. Now lost it out of bounds. Lost the handle on the dribble, turned it over. 7th turnover on East. Everest with 4 so far. And the Evergreens will bring it ahead. Felch on the dribble, front court. Explodes around, and Julie missed the layup, though, and Klein with the rebound. They get it ahead, and Julie to the basket. Finger roll up and in. 42-30. Honor down the line, feeds a cutter on the baseline. Shot put up and in. That was way too easy as they broke the pressure, and Dickerson got a layup. He's having a nice first half as well. 44-30. Evergreens by 14. Thomas to Lopnow. Now it's Klein. He's going to launch a 3. Left it short. Long rebound grabbed by Edwards. Pass quickly ahead, Felch to the basket, shot put up, rolled out, no good. East comes away with it. Lopnow ahead, Casey, catch and shoot three. Off the mark, no good again. Everest with the rebound, been one and done here mostly for the Lumberjacks. And they are not shooting a good percentage here in this first half. Edwards in the paint to the wing. Drive by Dickerson, feeds Honor, gets a layup. Luke Honor will get the layup. And we get a timeout call with 1:09 to play in the half. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Take your education out of the classroom and give New Spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from their simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
Tom King back here at the East Gym. 1:09 to play in the first half. Evergreens leading the Lumberjacks 46-30. East has the basketball out of the timeout. Miles Casey will walk it ahead. Double team comes. He's able to get rid of it to Klein. Skip pass cross court to Thomas. They spin it. Casey for three out on top. He nails it. Miles Casey knocks down a three. 46-33. Long pass, and Edwards is going to throw it away over the head of his intended target, Sam Dassow. Fifth turnover of the game on the Evergreens. Lumberjacks will have it. Our game brought to you by, our halftime is going to be brought to you by Innovative Health of Weston. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit. Thomas with it, right wing. Casey outside to Anjuli. Hands it off. No, he keeps it, goes baseline, hangs in the air off the glass too hard, gets his own rebound, puts it up. That's no good. And Everest comes away with the rebound this time. And they'll walk it ahead with 25 seconds left. See if they want to play for the last shot here. Edwards on the dribble with Casey out to play him. Looks like they will try to play for one here. Down to 11 seconds. Edwards feeds it off to Felch. Bullet pass inside too far, off the hand of Honor, out of bounds. Second turnover in a row for the Evergreens. That's 6. And East will have the basketball. Will Hopper going to check in for Xavier Edwards here. We're the final 5 seconds of the first half. Casey going to launch a long three. That's off the mark, no good. And the first half comes to an end with the Evergreens leading 46-33. We're going to come back with our halftime report brought to you by Innovative Health in Weston. We'll talk about some of the adjustments these teams can make as they head into the second half. We'll also get you the numbers as well. Back in a moment, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
If the check engine light comes on in your car, do you address it or hope it goes away on its own? Pain is your body's check engine light signaling that something isn't right. Innovative Health in Weston can help identify and fix the aches and pains of everyday life. We deliver effective chiropractic care for every joint in your body, from your neck to your back to your knees and feet. With 4 doctors on staff and advanced treatment options, we've been consistently voted a top chiropractic and sports medicine clinic in central Wisconsin. Whether you're a high school athlete, a pregnant mom, or just feeling the wear and tear of life, give us a call at Innovative Health in Weston today.
Feel better, live better, Innovative Health.
Tom King back here at the East Gym. We're at halftime, and it's brought to you by Innovative Health in Weston. The Evergreens have built a 13-point advantage here at halftime, and they've done it by shooting the basketball incredibly well. They are 18 of 26 from the field in this one. Two players already in double figures for the Evergreens. Xavier Edwards has 15. Ransom Dickerson has 12. Everest also 6 for 6 from the foul line. For the Lumberjacks, nobody has more than 6, but they have 5 different players who have 5 points, and we'll total those up for you in just a little bit. But as far as adjustments for East, they've got to just shoot a little better. They're 12 out of 31, and maybe knock down a few more open shots, finish at the basket. They've left some points on the floor, missing some shots up close, and try to figure out a way to slow down Xavier Edwards. If you're Everest, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, obviously, regression, you're probably not going to shoot that well in the second half, so it's nice that you have a lead here at halftime, as some of the shots probably won't fall as easily as they did in the first half for you. But just keep doing what you're doing, and you will set yourself up nicely to get that 8th conference win and a share of the conference championship if they can win this game here tonight. Our halftime report's been brought to you by Innovative Health in Weston, providing complete chiropractic care to the greater Wausau area. If you've been benched by aches and pains, Innovative Health will get you back in the game with the right adjustments to help you feel better so you can live better. That's Innovative Health in Weston. We'll take a timeout, come back, get you the total numbers from the first half when we return. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Auto Care on Schofield Avenue in Weston offers the best in automotive care and repair. This locally owned and operated repair group features a full staff of ASE certified technicians. They are ready to handle all major and minor repairs to get you back on the road. For any make, any model vehicle, look to Elite Auto Care for repairs. From general maintenance and preventative care like oil changes and tire rotations, to those more challenging issues like air conditioning, brakes, and engine issues. Elite Auto also offers a full selection of tires to fit your vehicle needs. For your next auto needs, turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business, on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Protect your ride from the elements with Tommy's Express Car Wash. Our top wash, The Works, is engineered with 14 steps to keep your car clean, whatever the weather. The Works includes detox pre-wash, removing the grime right from the start, seal in the shine with ceramic body wax, and defend against the elements with Tommy Guard. And don't forget to complete the clean with our vacuums and mat washers. Sign up now and wash unlimited at Tommy's Express.
For the very best in craftsmanship and innovative construction, put your trust in Scherer Construction. You'll see their work when you drop your kids at school, visit the public library, drive past the fire station, or even in the industrial park. Scherer Construction has helped countless homeowners with bringing their dreams to life, and hundreds of businesses create beautiful facilities that make our communities shine all throughout Wisconsin. For your next residential, commercial, municipal, or educational construction project, join the countless others who have put their faith in Scherer Construction. Find their location right here in Wausau or online at schererconstruction.com.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Tom King back here at the Wausau East Gym. We're at halftime of this Valley Conference clash. DC Everest leading 46-33. Let's take a look at the numbers from the first half. We mentioned Xavier Edwards with 15 points. He did not miss a shot in the first half. By my numbers, he was 6 out of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from the foul line, 15 points. 12 points for Ransom Dickerson. 8 points for Luke Honor, 9 for Cade Felch on 3 threes, and 2 for Sam Dassow. Everest, as we mentioned, 18 of 26 from the field, 6 of 6 from the foul line. They were 4 of 6 from three-point range and turned the ball over 6 times. For the Lumberjacks, 6 points for Robbie Angiuli leading the way. 5 for Cooper Schmidt, 5 for Miles Casey, 5 for Eli Hainish, 5 for Xander Klein, and 5 for Connor Lemerantz. Spreading it around, 2 points for Mick Thomas in the first half. Lumberjacks 12 of 31 from the field, 4 of 5 from the foul line. They were just 4 of 14 from three-point range, and they turned the ball over 7 times. Our game is brought to you in part tonight by Bruce Orthodontics, providing comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They're now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. Also, Valley Communities Credit Union. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, and strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. We'll take a break, come back with more. Halftime, the Evergreens leading 46-33. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Tom King back here at the East Gym. Only one other game in the Valley Boys tonight. It's Wausau West playing at Marshfield. The seeding meeting is Sunday for boys tournament. Everest will be in Division I, as we mentioned, with Appleton, East, North, and West, Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North, and Holman. The other side of that bracket has Hortonville, Hudson, Kaukauna, Kimberly, Marshfield, Neenah, Stevens Point, Superior, Wausau West, and Wisconsin Rapids. East is in Division II. Their sectional includes Antigo, Lakeland, Medford, Menominee, Merrill, New Richmond, Rhinelander, Rice Lake, and River Falls. East will have the basketball to begin the second half. Connor Lemerand will get it in. He'll get it into Klein, who brings it into the front court. Casey's got it, right wing, back out on top to Lemerand. And Julie on the floor with it. In the lane, had it knocked away, and they're going to get a traveling violation before the foul. 8th turnover on Angiuli as he dribbled into a double team. Was close to a triple team, and he did get hacked, but the official says he traveled first. Everest trying to inbound it against full court pressure. They get it into Edwards. Ahead to Felch. Here comes the trap at half court. Felch needs to call a timeout. Coach Shallow calls a timeout quickly for the Evergreens, and we'll take a quick one as well. Back in a moment, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Tom King back here at the East Gym. Everest will have the basketball out of the timeout. Cade Felch will look to get it in. He gets it in the backcourt to Edwards. Edwards picks up his dribble near half court and gives it off to the basket. This is Truax. Tries to shoot over the top. Shot was blocked by Tayshawn Williams. Williams spent much of the first half on the bench with 2 fouls. He's back in there now, and we're going to get a traveling violation. Good defense by Williams. Forces the turnover. That's the 7th for the Evergreens. East will get it back here. Klein to Connor Lemoran. And Julie comes out to the right wing to grab it. Into the hands of Casey. Lemoran top of the key. He's going to launch from there and hit it. Looked like he was bobbling that ball as he shot it, and he knocks down the 3, his second 3 of the night, 46-36. They've cut the deficit to 10. Edwards front court, skip pass to Truax. Now they hand it off. Felch has got it. He's got to give it up to Honor. Honor waiting for a screen. Edwards now. He wants to operate. Kicks it back out. Now to the corner. 3-ball launch from there. Bounces off the rim, no good, and Lemoran with the rebound on the miss for Dickerson. Casey's got it. Lumberjacks can get the deficit down to single digits here if they can score. And Julie down low to Williams, catches, gets his man up in the air, puts it up and in. First basket of the night for Tayshawn Williams, and it's an 8-point game, 46-38. Everest front court. Honor. Felch open for 3, and that's a little bit off, and Klein with the rebound. You figured Everest was going to cool off at some point. They shot so well in the first half. Klein picks up his dribble now. Lemoran's got it. Now it's Casey. Bounce pass inside. Lemoran goes to the basket, finger roll up and in. Beautiful pick and roll right there. Connor Lemoran gets the hoop, and it's a 6-point game, 46-40. Felch is going to hurry it ahead. Now he'll slow things down. Pass to Honor at the elbow to the wing. This is Dickerson driving off the glass up and in. Ransom Dickerson taking his man off the dribble that time. Got the hoop. 8-point game, 48-40 Evergreens. To the wing, and Julie. He's going to launch a 3 and got it. Robbie and Julie, 3-point shooting, really not his game, but he knocked one down there. 48-43. Front court, Felch has it. Spins away, drives to the basket, off the glass, up and in. Cade Felch took his man off the dribble that time and gets the layup. He's got 11 points. 50-43, 7-point lead once again for the Evergreens. Williams, Dan Julie right wing, shakes his man, drives in, little floater, up and in. Robbie and Julie, 5 quick points here in the second half. He's got 11 now, and it's 50-45, 5-point game. Honor down the lane, no, but a foul. He got fouled hard. A couple of Lumberjacks went down to the floor with him. Williams is down, and Klein went down as well. Everybody looks like they're all right. And Luke Honor's going to go to the free throw line. The Serve Pro free throw line for a couple of shots here. Our game also brought to you by Brickners of Wausau, proudly serving the Wausau and surrounding communities since 1945. First free throw is up and in for Honor. Our game also brought to you by Peterson Kramer Funeral Home, committed to providing personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. Second foul shot for Honor, up and in as well. He's got 10 points. 4 players in double figures now for the Evergreens, and they lead it again 52-45. They get it down low to Williams, knocked away. Everest able to save it? No, it stepped out of bounds. It'll be East basketball. Casey, backdoor cut. Klein got the hoop. Klein lost his man, and Casey got him the basketball. 7 points for Xander Klein, and East will pressure in the back court. Once again, it's a 5-point game. Front court, Edwards. Felch is going to go to the basket, kicks it outside. Passing up a three, now shooting it is Dickerson. Too hard, no good. Long rebound, though, run down by the Evergreens. Here's Felch down the lane. Feeds a cutter, shot put up, partially blocked, and East comes away with it. Truex had the shot blocked. I don't know who got a piece of that. Three on the other end. Casey knocks it down, and it's a 2-point game. It was 46-33 at halftime, Everest, and now the Evergreens only lead by 2. Edwards, front court. He wants to go to the basket, and we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a foul before the shot. Foul is going to go against Miles Casey. That's his second non-shooting foul. Everest will have to inbound it here. Well, you knew the shots would have to start dropping for the Lumberjacks, and they are perfect here in the second half. 7 of 7 from the field for East, and now an offensive foul on an illegal screen called by the Evergreens, or called against the Evergreens. That's 8 turnovers now, and East has a chance to tie or take the lead here. Quite a comeback by the Lumberjacks. 7 for 7 to begin the second half. Everest will drop back into half-court defense here. Klein, front court. And Julie. His route cut off, so he's still dribbling it back out on top. Now gives it off to Xander Klein. Gets a screen. Outside, Lemerand, catch and shoot three for Connor Lemerand. Off, no good. Tayshawn Williams with a long rebound. Casey for three. That's off the mark, and now the Evergreens come away with it. Edwards back the other way. Spins, kicks it back, and a traveling violation again. Great defense again by Tayshawn Williams. Forces the travel on Xavier Edwards. And East will get the ball back here with 13:11 to play. Everest leads by 2, 52-50. Xander Klein directing traffic. And Julie's got it left wing. Back out to Lemerand on top. Now Klein. And he gets, no, they're going to call traveling. He says he didn't move his pivot foot. The official does not agree. That'll be the 9th turnover on the Lumberjacks. Everest will get it back here. Williams comes out. He had a good, productive few minutes, and Ethan Lobnow back in the game. They get it into Edwards. Edwards crosses over. His alley is cut off, though, and now in the paint is Honor. He's in there for a long time. Now he gets out of there, and Edwards is going to drive again, and we're getting a whistle, and we're going to get a foul called against the Lumberjacks on that drive by Edwards. They've done a better job this half keeping Edwards from getting to the basket, sliding another man into the paint down low. This time the foul is going to go against Xander Klein, and that's going to be 4 on him. He's going to take his seat. Cooper Schmidt comes back into the game for East. Edwards gets it in. Backing in to the basket, reverses off the glass up and in. Nice move by Vander Truex to get his first bucket of the night. 54-50, Everest by 4. Lobnow for 3 on the other end. Too hard, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It will remain East basketball. Ethan Lobnow got a pretty good look on a catch and shoot 3 and a little bit hard. And out of bounds, East will have it. Schmidt will look to inbound it. Gets it into Anjuli, now out on top, Lobnow. Off a screen, that's Casey, bounce pass down low, and Julie backs it in, feeds it inside to Lemerand, puts it up and in. Connor Lemerand got free, and Julie found him. 12 points for Connor Lemerand tonight. Cade Felch backs it out, and Julie comes out to play him. Truex, they get a switch. Truex goes to the basket on Lemerand. Shot put up, no, but a foul. They're going to get Connor Lemerand. That's a late whistle there. But it's going to be Vander Truex who will head to the Serve Pro free throw line for 2 here. Foul was called on Lemerand. That's his 3rd. First free throw is up and in for Truex. Our game brought to you by Schwartz's Seamless Roofing. Does your roof need attention? Call Schwartz's Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They're your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. Second foul shot, no good. Tayshawn Williams pulls away the rebound. It's a 3-point lead for the Evergreens, 55-52. Casey's got it, feeds Cooper Schmidt. Now he'll back it out. Gives it off to Williams. Lopnow's got it left wing. Casey lofted over the top. Williams can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover on the Lumberjacks. That's 10. Everest has the basketball. Lumberjacks trying to set up that trap again, and Xavier Edwards is going to feed it to the other side. Here comes Felch right down the lane, goes for a dump. It's blocked, and they're going to get a foul on Tayshawn Williams. He wasn't going to let Felch dunk it. He went up and knocked it away. They're going to get Williams for his third foul. And Cade Felch will head to the Serve Pro free throw line for two here. First one is up and in. Felch has 12. Our game brought to you by Brews Brothers, bringing you award-winning burgers for lunch and dinner since 2013. Open 7 days a week with a lineup of cold drinks. It's all at Brews Brothers, just off Highway 29 in Weston. He misses the second free throw. And East with the rebound. And Julie to the basket. Shot blocked, and they let him play on. A lot of contact. They let him play on. Here comes Everest back the other way. Xavier Edwards down the lane. Feeds it off to Sam Dassow. Now it's Truex back to Dassow. Edwards is going to launch a three from the corner. That's off, no good. Everest with an offensive board to the basket, and it's going to be a blocking foul call. The shot is up and in for Dickerson, and he's going to get an and one. That three by Edwards, that attempt from the corner, was his first miss of the night. Big offensive rebound, though, and they're going to get a chance for a three-point play here for Ransom Dickerson. Up and in. He's got 17 points now. It's 59-52. It looks like the Evergreens, at least for now, have withstood that East rally. Timeout called by the Lumberjacks. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Tom King back here at the East Gym. Lumberjacks had pulled to within 2. The Evergreens have now extended the advantage to 7. 59-52 with 10:46 to play. East was down 46-33 at halftime, and they cut that deficit to 2. It was 52-50. Now 59-52 Everest. Cooper Schmidt giving it off to Casey. Now Lopnell right wing. Pick and roll with Anjuli. He gets the ball down low, backs it in. Double team comes. He feeds it to Tayshawn Williams, who bobbles. Now he backs it off, puts it off the glass, up and in. 59-54 Everest. Felch will bring it ahead here for the Evergreens. Felch passes quickly ahead. Will Hopper in the game. Sam Dassow. Now it's Edwards. Puts it on the floor. Now kicks it back outside. Dassau's going to put it on the floor. Back to Edwards. Thought about the three. Now he wants to drive. Instead, it's knocked away. Stripped away from Edwards. And here comes East back the other way. Casey ahead. Cooper Schmidt goes baseline. Spins, puts it up and in. Cooper Schmidt controlled it and got the hoop. 59-56, back to a three-point advantage. Double team trap, and it's going to be an over and back violation. Edwards never cleared center court when Hopper threw him the basketball. And another turnover on the Evergreens. That's 11. Hopper's going to come out, and I think it's Honor coming back in. So East will have it, down by 3 with 9:50 to play. And Julie gets the pick and roll, takes it to the basket, jump stop, puts it up, no. Everest with the rebound. Might have got away with the travel there anyway. Felch has got it. He's going to shoot a three and knock it down. Cade Felch had 3 straight threes to start his night, and now he gets his 4th three of the night. Everest extends 62-56. Casey tried to force a pass inside. It's knocked away. It'll remain East basketball. Our game brought to you by Culligan Water, specializing in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Mick Thomas checks into the game for East. Eli Hainish on the floor as well. They get it in, and Julie now top of the key. Casey's open for 3. In and out, no good. Everest with the rebound. Long pass ahead. Honor running the floor, missed the layup. And it's going to be East basketball. Should have been an over-the-back foul probably on Dickerson. Instead, they just say he touched it out of bounds. So East will have it. Lemeran comes back in for Mick Thomas. Probably going to sub Lemeran in and out so he doesn't pick up that 4th foul, at least for a little while. Now Hainish has the ball taken away. Edwards into the front court. He's going to go up. He's going to dunk. Xavier Edwards got the steal and got the jam. He's got 17 points now. 64-56. Lemeran gives it off to Casey. Hainish. Edwards using his quickness on Eli Hainish, the youngster. He's getting bumped. Now he feeds it to Julie. He'll go up and jam. And Julie with the dunk for the Lumberjacks at 64-58. Edwards back court. Bounce pass ahead, gets it ahead to Honor. Double team comes, and he's going to throw it away. Lemeran with the steal. Gets it ahead to Julie again. Goes up and got it to go. Rolled over the front of the rim and in. And it's a 4-point game once again, 64-60. This East crowd has awakened here. Felch crosses over down the lane. He wants to dunk. He's just going to lay it in this time. Nobody went with him to the basket, and Felch will answer. 66-60 Evergreen, 7:51 to play. Hainish picks up his dribble, gives it to Casey, right wing. Casey backs it out. Now he drives to the basket, gets to the hoop, puts it up, no. They let him play on. Casey wanted a foul, didn't get it. Everest back the other way. Cross-court pass knocked away, but caught by Felch for 3. That's off no good, but a long rebound comes away to the Evergreens. Dickerson will give it back to Edwards out on top. Xavier Edwards wants to operate. Bounce pass inside. Shot put up, missed it, and Julie with the rebound on the miss by Truax. Lumberjacks back the other way, down 6. Mick Thomas with it. Lemeran out on top. Casey will back it out. Lumberjacks spreading the floor here. Casey directing traffic. Lemeran, right wing to Mick Thomas. Thomas back out on top, and Julie's got it. Thought about the 3. Casey's going to launch. That's too hard, no good. Everest with the rebound. Casey hit a 3 early in the half, but has missed his last 4 shots. Edwards with it. Down to 6:29 to play. 6-point Evergreen advantage. Felch to the basket. Spins, turns, kicks it back outside. Truex is going to go in now. Back outside. Here's Dickerson to the basket. Puts it up, no, but a foul, and Ransom Dickerson's going to go to the free throw line. Our game brought to you by Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals. Locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Ransom Dickerson at the free throw line. The Servpro free throw line for 2 shots. That was the 4th foul on Connor Lemeran. First one for Dickerson is up and in. He's got 18 now. Tayshawn Williams comes in. They're going to leave Lemeran out there. Xander Klein back out as well with 4 fouls. So Lemeran and Klein both out there with 4 fouls for the Lumberjacks. Second free throw for Dickerson is up and in. He's perfect at the line tonight, 5 out of 5. East back the other way. It's an 8-point advantage now for the Evergreens. Now an overplay, ball knocked out of bounds. It will remain East basketball. Infinity Exteriors is one of our great sponsors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving communities from unscrupulous contractors. They guarantee quality you can trust. That's Infinity Exteriors. Casey's got it. Bullet pass inside. That's knocked away and intercepted. Lumberjacks turn it over, and then we're going to get a whistle and a foul in the backcourt called on Miles Casey. And the Lumberjacks are over the limit, so Everest is going to shoot free throws the rest of the way. Everest only has one team foul here in the second half. So Lumberjacks probably are not even going to get close to the bonus in this game. So Everest can really put this game away here if they can make some free throws down the stretch. First one is up and in, and they have been making their free throws tonight. Felch hits that one. Second foul shot for Felch, also up and in. 70-60, back to a 10-point lead for the Evergreens. It looks like they have withstood the upset attempt by the Lumberjacks unless East can put on another surge here. They've surged twice here in the second half, but Everest has answered the bell each time and built the advantage back. Casey's going to launch a three. Got it! Miles Casey knocks down his third three of the night. 7-point game, still plenty of time left, 5:35, but here comes Honor to the wing. Dickerson's going to go to the basket again, getting out of the way. Klein didn't want to foul out. He got out of the way and let Dickerson go to the hoop. He would have fouled out otherwise. 72-63, Everest. And Julie for three. That's too hard, no good, and Edwards comes down with the rebound. Back the other way, Felch with it. Edwards at the free throw line. Wants to operate on Anjuli. He's in the lane, turns, puts it up with the left hand, up and in. Xavier Edwards has 19 now. 74-63. Lumberjacks throw it ahead to Klein. Klein, baseline cut off, and they're going to get a reach and foul called on Dickerson. That's his second. 4:49 to play. Our game brought to you in part by Domtar. Join the team at Domtar Paper in Rothschild. Proud to support local high school athletics. That's Domtar Paper, North Grand Avenue in Rothschild. Klein gets it in over the top to Tayshawn Williams. Williams off a screen. Klein for three. That's too hard, no good. Long rebound grab by the Evergreens. They're out in transition. Felch is going to feed it inside. Dickerson puts it up and in. A lot of contact. They let him play on. He doesn't get the and one there, but he does get the hoop, and it's 76-63. Big second half here for Ransom Dickerson for the Evergreens. Casey stutter step pull, shoots from the free throw line and hits. Miles Casey knocks down a 2-point basket there, 76-65 with 4:16 to play. Everest front court, Edwards. Bullet pass inside. Dickerson ran the baseline. No, but a foul on Tayshawn Williams. That's the fourth on him. And Dickerson is going to go back to the free throw line here. Evergreens lead by 11, and Dickerson's at the free throw line to try to add to that with 2 shots coming. First one's up and in. Access Insurance, one of our great sponsors for all of your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs. There's always a local agent you can look at Access Insurance. Learn more at accessinsurance.net. Access Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. Second one rattles home for Dickerson. And it'll be Casey. He's fouled by Will Honor. Or make that Luke Honor. Keep wanting to call him Will for some reason. Luke Honor picks up the foul. That's his second non-shooting foul. East will inbound it. Just the third team foul on the Evergreens here in the second half. Casey looking to get it in, and Will to Anjuli. Now Casey gets it back. Lemoran. Lopnow's got it left wing. Lopnow picks up his dribble, needs some help. And now an overplay. That was a telegraph pass and a dunk on the other end for Vander Truax. He got the steal and raced it down court for a dunk. And Julie spins to the basket. Floater up, no, but a foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. Robbie Anjuli will head to the Serve Pro free throw line. Foul was called on, I believe, Xavier Edwards. And that's his third. Got bench warnings now for both teams. One of the officials warning both Dan Garrett and Jake Shallow. I'm not quite sure what he's warning them about, but he's going to tone it down right now with 3:40 to play in this one. And Julie's free throw is up and in. First one. He'll get another. Second foul shot is also up and in. He rattles them both home after a slow start, and Julie's having a good offensive night. Honor avoids the defense, gets a pass in, and a shot put up and in. Vander Truex finishes at the rim. And what did we get now? We get a whistle, and they're going to say Lemarant fouled him on that. They're going to say Lemarant fouled out. I didn't see that. Or does he have... The trainer's going to look at him, so maybe he's got some blood that he's going to need to check out. I think that's why he had to come out of the game. There wasn't a foul there. 3:25 to play. Everest in command, and now we're going to get... Is Dan Garrett going to get a technical foul? This is going to wake up the East crowd and the Everest crowd. Official is over at the scorer's table saying, I don't think he teed him up, but something's going on. The officials were over at the scorer's table about something. I'm not quite sure what all of the brouhaha is about here. It is going to be a technical foul called on the Lumberjacks, but it looks like they're calling the technical foul on I'm not sure who they called the technical foul on, and they didn't call it until there was a long conversation between two of the officials, and I'm not sure who actually got the technical foul. It's not going to make much difference in the final score. I mean, Everest was going to win this game, but that's interesting that I'm not sure if it was a bench technical or if it was on a player. They didn't really indicate. Felch hits both free throws to make the score 84-67. This game is going to turn out to be look like much more of a blowout than it actually was, as Everest is pulling away here near the end, but East was in this game twice in the second half and cut the deficit to 2 twice. Now Everest front court. He's going to go down the lane. Edwards off the glass, no good. Offensive foul as he knocked over one of the Lumberjacks who took a charge, and Edwards is going to pick up his 4th foul. Jake Shallow doesn't like that. Edwards doesn't like it either. Everybody getting a bit frustrated here with 3:16 to play in a game that probably is no longer in doubt. I shouldn't say it's over yet. Casey with it, right wing. Bounce pass inside, and Julie bobbles, gets it off the glass, no good. Williams tries to keep the rebound alive, and then Everest comes away with it, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul, I think, on Robbie and Julie as Truex rebounded that. 3:03 to play. That'll be interesting to see who that technical foul was on. They went over to the scorer's table, conversed, went back and conversed between the two officials, and then called a very delayed technical foul on somebody. Both benches had been worn, so maybe it was on the East bench, but first free throw is no good for Truex. He'll get one more. That's no good, and Julie pulls away the rebound. Klein quickly ahead front court. Casey's got it, and Julie top of the key. Puts it on the floor, spins in the lane, rolled off, no good. Williams kept it alive, and Julie's going to grab it, and he's going to get fouled on the floor before the shot. Still not a bonus, so East is going to inbound it here. That is the 6th team foul on Everest now. And Klein will look to get it in. Foul was on Dickerson, his third. They get it into Anjuli, and now we get a whistle, and foul is going to be called on Honor, I believe. And now we're talking free throws. Bonus situation coming up. Foul called, I believe, on Luke Honor. That's his third. Fighting through a screen, I think, on that inbounds play. Miles Casey will shoot 1-1 here. First one's up and in. Second foul shot on the way. That's up and in. Casey nails them both. 84-69 with 2:46 to play. Everest leading. And they have the basketball as Edwards sends it ahead to Felch. Dickerson running the baseline again. Double team comes. He gets rid of it. Back outside. Everest will spread the floor a little bit. Run a little clock here. Why not? Edwards being dogged by Casey out on top. He gets rid of it. Here's Dickerson. Backs away from the basket. Everest is content to just pass it around now. Here's a three-ball launch by Felch. That's off, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Truax. And now we get a whistle and a foul called on the Lumberjacks with 2:09 to play. Our game brought to you in part by J&D Tube Benders. They were founded in 1968, and they've stayed in the Felch family ever since as a locally owned manufacturer specializing in tube bending, welding, and cutting. Find and join the J&D Tube Bending team in the Schofield Industrial Park or at jdtubebending.com. Honors at the line here. First one's up and in. So the DC Everest Evergreens, unless something miraculous happens here, are going to clinch a share of the conference title here tonight. Honor hits the second foul shot. I think it was more of a battle than they thought it was going to be, though. Lumberjacks played them tough into about the middle of the second half, or maybe even a little longer than that. Now the ball knocked away. It's loose. Lemoran's able to come away with it. And Julie to the wing to Lopp now. Casey's got it. Under 2 minutes to play. Casey drives baseline, hangs in the air, got tied up, jump ball called, and it will be Everest basketball on the possession arrow. That's the 13th turnover on the Lumberjacks. Casey went up for a shot and got tied up. Sam Dassau is going to check in for Everest. It appears Luke Honor's night might be done. They get it into Edwards. Long pass ahead. That's off the backboard, but it comes right out to Felch. I'm not sure where that pass was going. Now Anjuli's going to intercept. He's going to attack the basket. Goes in. No, but a foul, and he'll go to the line for two with 1:29 to play. Robbie Anjuli will head to the Serve Pro free throw line. First free throw is off, no good. Coming up, we'll have the Merrill Steel postgame show. We'll catch up with, it appears, Jake Shallow, the Everest coach, and get a player of the game in the house as well. Second free throw for Anjuli is good. Edwards takes the inbounds pass in the backcourt with it. Lumberjacks still setting up the trap if they can. Everest breaks it. They get it on the baseline. Now Truax will kick it back outside. Now he's got it down low. That's Dassau under the basket. Feeds it to Dickerson. Puts up the shot. No. Tayshawn Williams with the rebound. 1:10 to play. It's a 16-point lead for the Evergreens. Casey thought about the three. Now he's going to launch a long one. And it sticks between the rim and the backboard. So Everest will have it. Actually, possession arrow goes to the Lumberjacks, so they'll keep the basketball. That's kind of odd. You get a shot that sticks between the rim and the basket, and you're going to get to keep the ball. All right. Lemoran hands it off to Casey. Now an overplay and a steal, another lazy pass, and Felch is going to get a dunk on the other end. Can't telegraph those passes out on top. Back the other way, Lemerand off the glass, no good. Everest with the rebound, and we go down to 39 seconds to play in the game. It's an 18-point lead for the Evergreens. They're going to win it here tonight. Edwards has it, skip pass cross court, and Everest is content to just spread the floor. If East doesn't foul, and now they're going to throw it underneath. They get it to Dickerson. He's going to put it on the floor now, try to kick it back outside if he can. Lopnow is on him. He kicks it back out with 18 seconds to play. Everest just spreading the floor. East continues to play tight man-to-man defense here. And now Edwards just going to hold it. 8 seconds, he'll back it out. And that's how this one's going to end. 88-70 is your final. We'll catch up with Everest head coach Jake Shallow. We'll get a player of the game in the house as well. We'll do all that next. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
And we're back here on the Merrill Steel postgame show, awaiting the return of Everest head coach Jake Shallow. We'll get some players of the game in the house tonight as the Evergreens clinch a share of the Wisconsin Valley Conference title with this win tonight. They can win it outright if they can beat Stevens Point next Thursday at the Everest Fieldhouse. Big nights for Ransom Dickerson. He had 28 tonight, 22 for Cade Felch, and 19 for Xavier Edwards. But it was Edwards who basically controlled things here for the Evergreens and got him off to a great start. He was 7 for 7 to start the game and had 15 of his 19 points in the first half. Evergreens were able to build a pretty good halftime lead. And then the Lumberjacks came back and gave him it twice. They had a big rally to start the second half, And then they also had a rally that cut it to deficit to 2 again after Everest had responded. The Evergreens were able to pull away late. They made some shots and got to the foul line and made some free throws. Other scorers for Everest tonight, Luke Honor had 12. 2 points for Sam Dassow, 7 for Vander Truax. And but it was the play of Dickerson and Edwards and Felch getting to the basket, using their quickness and getting to the basket and creating problems for the Lumberjacks. They either would get the hoop or draw the foul. And East was slow to, I think, respond to that early in the game, especially with Edwards. And then Felch heated up. He had 3 threes early in the game as well. For East, they were led by Robbie Adjuli. He had 18 tonight, 15 for Miles Casey. 12 points for Connor Lemerand, who had a really good game for the Lumberjacks tonight. 7 points for Cooper Schmidt. Also 4 for Tayshawn Williams. 5 points for Eli Hainish. Xander Klein finished with 7. Should be getting the Everest coach Shallow back out here in just a little bit. And we'll hopefully get both Dickerson and Edwards in the house here tonight. But as we mentioned, the Evergreens get a share of the conference title with that win here tonight. And they've got 1 game remaining with Spash next Thursday at the Everest Fieldhouse. It's the 18th win in a row for the Evergreens here tonight in this one. Their last loss was way back on December 19th. And for the Lumberjacks, their record falls to 5-17 overall and 2-6 in the conference. Everest overall record now 21-2, putting together one of those magical seasons that don't come around too often. And of course, I think they're very hopeful about putting together a long extended run once they get into the playoffs as well. We'll hang out here for a bit as we wait for Coach Shallow to return from the locker room. He's in there with his team talking about this victory here tonight. The only other Valley game on the schedule tonight is Wausau West and Marshfield. Last night, Stevens Point took care of business, putting themselves in position for a conference title as they knocked off Wisconsin Rapids rather handily. And now I see the coach making his way over here. And we'll bring in Everest head coach Jake Shallow here on the Merrill Steel postgame show. Well, you got off to a great start, shot the ball 18 for 26 in the first half. You knew that was probably going to change, but you took advantage of it, build a lead at halftime, and then survived a couple of rallies by the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, we in the first half, I thought we did a good job of moving the ball and breaking the press and getting great shots out of it. And then in the second half, of course, they're going to make adjustments, and finishing around the rim is going to come at a premium with all of the length that they have. But I'm really proud of our guys battling through the adversity, letting their momentum and swings that they were going to have come through, not lose our composure, and then still be able to find a way to come back and take care of business.
Your team is so quick. I mean, it was matchup problems for the Lumberjacks, especially in that first half with Xavier Edwards and Cade Felch. They just could not stay with their quickness.
Yeah, I think the group of guys collectively, we check a lot of boxes in what you look for a team. We got a lot of size, we got a lot of athleticism, speed that we can kind of play different guys in different spots that I know we're very fortunate to have. And Xavier was fantastic all night long, but especially in the first half, being able to just kind of break down his guy and get to the rim. And then in the second half, as we got then to the middle, we were able to find other cutters, and we were able to find open catch-and-shoot guys from 3.
Not too often you get a team that has 18 wins in a row, and you've got 21 wins on the season. One of those special seasons you're putting together here. You've got 1 regular season game left, conference title up for grabs. You got a share of it for sure, and then you go into the tournament. But obviously a long run in the playoffs is what you're looking for.
Absolutely. I mean, what we talk about with our guys is just taking it one day at a time, one game at a time, and winning every possession. And can we win every possession in practice? Can we win every possession and then in the game? And just really trying to chase after perfection with it, because it is daunting if you look at it from the big scope of things and say, okay, well, we're going to have to play this team or this team or this team in playoffs. it's really just let's have the best practice we can have. Let's have the best game, and let's play as well as we can each night. And then we'll just find out the next team that we see and the next team on the schedule.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's bring the guys in here now. We'll start with Ransom Dickerson. You got a favorite spot on the court. It's running that baseline, don't you? They find you with that, and you get to the hoop.
Yeah. I always make sure, like, my teammates, they're really good at finding me, so I just make sure I'm in the right spots. They get the ball to me.
When East was making those 2 runs in the second half, what did you guys talk about? How to get back and build that lead back up again?
Just staying composed, like, don't let the fake energy, like, get to us, and just make the right passes, take the right shots, and all come together.
Let's bring Xavier in here. You really got the team going tonight in the first half, but I think you made your first 6 or 7 shots and were really quick off the dribble, getting your man and getting into the basket. Really good first half.
Yeah, for sure. I was just taking what they were giving me. If it's a left-hand drive, I got it. If it's, wide open pass for a 3. So I was just taking what they're giving me, and shots are falling.
You guys made a lot of ball movement and got open looks for a lot of different guys, and you were directing traffic, bringing the ball up a lot. Really good game tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Shal asked me to take up the ball, facilitate for others. I try to bring that to the table every night, and then if I bring in that, I also try to bring some scoring, and do what I can do to get a win in the end.
Well, you guys, you got 21 wins now. You got a share of a conference championship. You got a chance to win the conference outright. Pretty special season so far.
Yeah, for sure. Coach Shal came in here, set a goal for us, set conference championships goals, set playoff goals, and we're just living up to the standard. Playing hard every game, moving the ball, playing it with each other, and wins come with it.
You know how in the house works?
Yeah. My name's Xavier Edwards.
I'm Ransom Dickerson.
And we're in the house.
All right, that's going to wrap things up here from Wausau East tonight. The Evergreens get the victory as they knock off the Lumberjacks by a final score of 88-70. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom King. You've been watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports.